Sounds good.
Hello, 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 everyone. How has your Wednesday been? Mine was pretty chill, pretty nice, easy day today at work. Sai, on the other hand, I know you did not have a nice and easy past couple of days.
Nope. Finals for the last 2 days. Calculus, physics, and programming. Not the fun combination.
You're telling me you don't like to do calculus for fun?
There is one guy who's like, he's gonna be a doctor and he doesn't have to be taking calculus, but he's like, it's just fun, so I thought I would.
What the?
And so some people genuinely think it's fun. I don't get it though.
Calculus is it's the one math that makes no sense to me. Like, I'm pretty good at, like, all other math, but for some reason calculus, they're just like, hey, all this stuff you know about math, right? Fuck it. Throw it out the window.
Oh
It
yeah.
doesn't apply.
Like you take a derivative, and after you do that, you take the integral. And how do you do that? Because it's the opposite. So you just know. I feel like a lot of it's just they tell you to just know,
Yeah,
and if
basically.
you don't, you're screwed.
On a more interesting note than calculus, we are streaming League of Legends. We're not streaming calculus. Don't worry,
Oh,
guys.
I had a whole class prepared.
Well, maybe we'll save it for between games. But we do have Fridge Raiders versus yet another goated team name in Ape Escape this time.
No
So,
more monkeying around for this one.
or maybe they will get to monkey around. Who knows?
Ooh.
And we start off with an Ezreal ban. Pretty solid ban. I feel like Ezreal's like just such a good safe ADC always.
He is. And then they take away Malzahar immediately, unsurprisingly, from Void.
Yeah, I noticed both mids are Malzahar players, so I'm curious if that's going to be a constant ban for them, or if that's something that they might only look to ban away on red side.
Surprised how hard that Ape Escape is targeting mid, though. You're like, usually that's a second round thing, and you can deal with the bans later.
Yeah, they are going pretty hard, it looks like, at Void Shifter, so we're going to have to see what his pool will be able to offer here, and we see a Xerath and Lux ban coming through for Fridge Raiders, followed by a Vi. So they actually shake off from the mid lane bans there.
I'm interested to see how Frigirators are going to draft their bot lane, because with Ezreal, Lux, and Xerath gone, they're really trying to avoid any good poke lanes.
Yeah, they've definitely done a good job at, like, targeting the range that could be provided from the side of Fridge Raiders. And Wukong first pick. I think he is arguably the best jungler in the game, so I think that's a great first pick.
I
And
think in team play, he's solid, definitely.
we see I'm Bard is actually, I'm surprised they got through. Rel gets through the draft, and they're basically a, like, Masters Rel one trick.
Oh.
Or I think it was Masters. Diamond, not Masters. My apologies. A rank way higher
There.
than I'll ever hit, so, it's the same thing, right? But we do see, I guess this might have been their plan. They drafted John into it, which is one of the notable counters.
Alawi.
And the blind pick Alawi here. I guess this could be them calling out that Sejuani might be top. And if it is Sejuani top, the Alawi pick makes sense. But I feel like the Sejuani can easily get flexed to jungle here and look for a more favorable matchup top lane.
Oh, yeah. Well, with Rel, with Sejuani, their team fight is disgusting. So I think what Frigidrate is trying to do here is saying, hey, you're drafting a really good team fight comp. You're gonna have to send somebody to answer me, or else you are going to just lose every tower in the game. They're stopping him from getting that team fight, and with the Amumu pick, that's definitely a Sejuani top, because there's no way Rel's not going support.
Yeah, definitely making the Sejuani top obvious, and they're gonna need some big damage dealers here from mid and ADC, because they have literally no damage.
Oh yeah. Sejuani's decent damage until items come into play, and then she goes from that to a CC bot. Although if Amumu goes Jack Show here,
We're really quiet. Okay,
he does
I can try to
serious
turn this up a little
damage.
bit. Let me know if this is helping at all. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust the sound right now.
Varus ban, it's another ranged poke target.
Yeah, I
I'd
mean,
be surprised if they didn't ban a bunch of ADC, I guess another ADC from Fridge here, just because they want to limit their damage. So with that draft, Amumu is the closest thing to a DPS they've got.
yeah, and I mean, Amumu does do decent damage, but I feel like I don't want to rely on
Oh
Amumu.
yeah,
And the
Misfortune.
Misfortune ban is great there. They have so much
Yeah.
setup for her.
Although terrifyingly, poor Void Shifter got 4 of his champions banned. His pool is going to be so limited.
He's gonna look at the brand here. I really
Brand.
don't like this Vygar pick because I don't think it's great DPS, and it it is damage, but it's like single target damage. I feel like you're not gonna be able to get a lot done with it. Uh, Shane, let me know which person it is that sounds quiet. Sai, go ahead and talk. Is it me or is it the person that's about to talk right now?
I mean, it could be me, but I wouldn't be so sure about that. I can be quite loud, and you know this.
Yeah, that's why I want to make sure I get the sound adjusted here for
Yeah.
everyone. On Vayne, now that is
I do like that Vayne pick.
my only fear about the Vayne is there's a lot of dive here. Like they need
There's-
the Vayne for damage.
Like I think this puts more so than even Vayne. This puts pressure on the 3 frontliners because there's no way that even with Wukong's dive potential, there's no way they should be able to get on Vayne under any circumstances with a Rel, Sejuani, and Mumu. If they can't keep him off, then that's on the front line, not on the Vayne at this point. Seeing the Vayne though, I don't mind the Vygar pick just as a even another possible anti-dive.
Yeah, they're all in though. I think if Vayne gets CC'd, she's just dead.
Yeah.
Shane, let me know if that's any better. I did try moving the mic a little closer, so hopefully that made me sound a little better. I did switch headsets recently, so this is a new headset, so I do have to adjust everything.
Hopefully my mic quality has a noticeable bump in level here because I'm on my home setup and not my laptop like usual, where I use my sad little headset mic.
Does that mean we can get some ASMR from you, Sai?
I'll beat it out of you.
Oh yeah, we can.
So, way better? Okay, yeah, my mic might have just been a little too far out. Thank you, though. So, Alawi versus Sejuani. This matchup has to be ass for Sejuani in laning phase, right?
Any melee matchup's just miserable. As somebody who's actually played both those top laners for once, like Sejuani, if she's smart, she can get away with the lane as long as she's very careful about taking poke when her passive's not up. But Sejuani, if like she lives on a prayer and rolls like a natural 20, she might get away with the lane being even.
Okay. Jungle-wise, I think these junglers are actually very similar. Both junglers really want their 6, so they're going to be focusing on farming. They have okay ganking. Amumu has a little bit better ganking than Wukong pre-6. But post-6 Wukong, I think, has arguably more impact with how the compositions are composed.
Notably, though, if Amumu doesn't go Conquer, I don't think that they could even win a 2v1 against Alawi. And even if he does, because just Sedge and Amumu, they have decent damage early, but post-6, they don't have any damage to kill a Wukong or an Alawi. So I think Amumu's going to have to really hard play on the Vygar and the Vayne, and mostly the Vayne, just because there's going to be no follow-up damage for the guy compared to Wukong, who's got Kai'Sa, Brand, Alawi. All 3 of those do good damage, but Wukong doesn't have the CC, so I guess both of them are in a not optimal spot for their synergy with their laners.
Yeah, I do know, and I don't know like how picked up on this is. I know the meta thing I've been seeing is actually even Demonic's first item on Amumu. So I'm curious to see if that will help like get that damage that you're talking about. Demonic is a very strong item on this patch.
I know a lot of junglers, including my Zac and Amumu here, have been going Jack shows Demonics as first 2 items, and that just you're a monster when you have those 2 with Jack shows and passive buffs.
Yeah, Jack Show is absurdly broken. I even did it on, this was last patch before Ravenous got nerfed, but I did it on Wukong. I went Ravenous, Hydra, Jack Show, and I just felt like literally the unkillable Demon King. It was nuts.
Oh yeah, especially for champions like Amumu, Wukong, and Zac, when you can go in and CC them for the first few seconds of the fight, you get your stacks up by the time they can even touch you.
Mm-hmm. Mid lane wise, I'm expecting Brand to kind of get to bully this lane. Brand
Yeah.
does a lot of damage. Vigar needs time to scale up. But I think the bigger thing is going to be Brand can actually shove waves pretty hard. So I'm curious to see if he opts into like some roaming or if he just looks to, kind of bully this Vigar out. Because I feel like if you can roam down to like bot or top and get one of these side lanes ahead, that's where your comp's really going to shine on the side of Refrigerators.
Agreed. My concern though would be if Void does not try to push it as Brand, and it will default shove, and how open will the ganks be for Mumu and Vigar just to sit on him? I think it's a viable strategy for Mumu to say, I'm gonna be in your mid lane, your Brand is never gonna do anything, and Brand's quite the vulnerable character. When I, at least as a jungler, when I see a Brand in the mid lane, I'm like, ooh, I can just sit on that guy, because it's like Lux. What are they gonna do? They use their stun and suddenly they're dead.
Yeah, that is the one thing Void Shifter is going to have to be careful of. He doesn't have the mobility of champions like Victor, for say, where he gets his bonus movement speed.
Mm-hmm.
You're very in there as a Brand.
I think notably, like with the Sejuani on Ape Escape and the Brand on Refrigerators, if both them can come out of the lane looking good, that's what your team's really looking for, because those two lanes can be very dangerous for either of them.
Mm-hmm. Now, moving on to the bot lane, which I think is the big show for Ape Escape, this Vayne Rell needs to get ahead, and Vayne needs to be able to carry this game for their side.
Yeah, agreed. I would not hate an Amumu play where he goes blue, gets level 2, and then rushes straight to gank bot early to put down that pressure. Yeah, it'll slow down his clear a little, but that doesn't mean as much in the modern meta.
Mm-hmm. Now, compositional-wise, overall, we definitely have a very strong, like you mentioned, protect comp on the side of Ape Escape.
Mm-hmm.
And my only worry about that is the Alawi. I feel like the 4-1 on the side of Refrigerators is really strong with Alawi in that side lane, and then you actually do have a good like wombo comp of like Wukong ulting, Brand ulting, Kai'Sa diving your back line. John,
there's a ton of AoE.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of AoE, a lot of CC, a lot of damage there, and no one on the side of Ape Escape can really match this Alawi in a side lane.
Honestly, I think their best hope from Ape Escape is to send the Vigar to just clear the wave and just stand there, like just handshake it, and that. But if that ends up being what they have to do, if this top lane does not go well for Sejuani, then Vayne is going to have to put the team and then some on her back.
We will have to see how this goes. Overall, compositional wise, I do personally favor Refrigerators. I just think it's a little easier to pull off, and I think it has tools to disrupt what Ape Escape drafted. But I do think if Ape can do a good job of protecting this Vayne can 1v9.
I think, like, the more well-rounded comp is definitely Refrigerators. That being said, when in the case scenario where Ape Escape gets ahead, what are you gonna do to stop them? You can't just kill the Sedge. You can't just blow up the Vigar if you're behind. Like, if the Ape Escape side can get that lead, that will be a terrifying thing for Refrigerators to deal with.
I definitely agree. So,
is that a possible invade?
One other thing we can talk about while we're waiting here is the oversaturation of Moss Stomper in the jungle. I was watching like a couple pros did like a mini tournament, and the casters were talking. It's pretty much 80% of the time you go Moss Stomper, 20% of the time you go the blue one, and it's never correct to go the red one.
Yeah. I honestly, I really ran Moss Stomper for quite a while. And then I tried a few junglers and played with the blue one. And the blue just feels so much more powerful. You can run away, you can catch up, you can rotate faster in these mid-game. I think that movement speed is far more valuable than people get it credit for.
Yeah, it's the question of movement speed versus tenacity. Both are super relevant stats.
Yeah.
That just outshine, getting a little bit of a slow and a burn.
I do understand Moss Stomper from honestly both these sides of this game, but I think Amumu had the option to go something else. But into a Sedge, Amumu, Vayne, Vigar, like, what are you gonna do without that tenacity? You're gonna have a bad day.
Yeah, and we see a really good trade here bot side, where the Rell went in and unfortunately missed the W, so Janna got to tornado her, and Kai'Sa just got to get that full Q onto Vayne. She's half HP now with no bot. Oh, we forgot to sync time. 25, 26.
I'm at 155, 156, 157.
Speed up to me, and I'll keep counting.
Okay, wait.
235, 236,
36,
237. Okay, we did it.
Okay, because I was like a full 30 seconds behind, so I'm like, hold up, they're still leashing.
You're like, what are you talking about? No one's in lane yet.
Ooh, big trade though. That Vayne is low already.
Yeah, and this is the problem with Vayne early on, is she is very short ranged, so she's gonna get bullied. We see Amumu though had to flash away from Wukong, so he is gonna get a good invade here. And this is the one thing you really want to do to an Amumu in my experience. If you can put them down early with like invades and pressure, it's going to make that champion's job so much harder.
And I think it was a mistake to start bot side as the Amumu here. You need to path down. You don't want to be in that Sejuani Alawi lane ever. Like,
yeah.
Now he's too low to put any pressure to help out that Vayne, who's just getting destroyed under turret.
A good jump by Rell. Doesn't get the snap off though. Takes a bit of damage, and they're going to have to be a little careful there. We're seeing a decent CS lead currently for this side of Refrigerators. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that, and just more damage coming down from Kai'Sa. They're actually poking them out really well here.
Mumu might be able to make a play here.
Yeah, he's looking around, but I don't know if... Yeah, they have to back off because Rell and Vayne can't really go in.
Vayne is just 1 HP right now. There's no world we can get away with that. And Wukong's getting away with a ton. He gets double scuttle here.
Yeah, he's going to be pretty ahead on CS, the Wukong is. Because he also... Well, he doesn't actually have his bot side to go into anymore, so... He's going to be about a camp up at the end.
Oh, is it a tower dive bot?
It is looking like it. Ooh, good condemn, though, to get away. Ooh. Good knock-up. And the Vayne, unfortunately, can't get anything out of it. Kai'Sa does go low, but that was a pretty clean dive by Refrigerators.
Very well played dive. And
the Rell might have went a little too deep.
Rell flashes in just to die, but at least they got the flash and exhaust out of the Kai'Sa Janna there.
And a beautiful combo by Void Shifter there under tower.
This game is going amazingly for Refrigerator so far.
Yeah, this is a very snowbally early game for them, being about 2,500 gold up at 5 minutes.
Amumu, you might get yourself killed here, buddy. I think Amumu dies if he tries to fight Alawi, even though Alawi's got no mana.
The one thing Ape Escape has, even though they're down this early, though, is they do have their scaling. Like, they are the outscaling team here. So it's on them to just kind of slow down the pace of the game and, take a breather. Try to let your Vayne CS as much as you can. Maybe don't look for plays bot side or mid, and just look to get your CS.
Yeah. Just keep him from falling behind is really all they can hope for at this rate. Oh?
They might get a...
6, though.
She flashes out.
Oh, she's out of mana, so she can't get her ulti off.
Yeah, that was a really good gank by Brockliff. Not sure how to pronounce that one, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, he's just broccoli as far as I'm concerned.
Just broccoli, but... Oh, the Rell coming up here. Void Shifter flashes away, though. Lands the stun, going to get some damage off there. Might... But Vayne's going to get bullied for this.
Vayne is getting punished.
Void Shifter dancing around, but here comes Wukong. Kind of a KS there, but Wukong needs gold. Sejuani's actually getting some good trades off here in the top lane, though.
She is, although her passive's down and she got ulted.
Oh, the Alawi ult, and Sedge is not able to get out.
Sedge tried to fight without her passive and that got her killed.
It's also just really hard as a tank to fight into this Alawi.
It is. It really is.
She's gonna get a
Alawi's
plate.
already back up to half HP.
We might see a playmate here, Botrel sitting in the bush waiting. Doesn't look like Kai'Sa's gonna step up though. And Wukong is just living in this Amumu's jungle.
I'm not sure you can call it Amumu's jungle at this point.
Oh, here.
Oh, and Vayne's getting collapsed on again. They try to commit just to see if they could trade 1-for-1, and
I mean,
they
you gotta
don't get away with it.
Gotta try there. Synexus getting a little chaos. Supports need gold.
As much as I understand why the Amumu is staying away from bot lane because they are just losing, it's not an option. Without Vayne, you do not win this game. And 26 to 68 CS, with this Vayne being so far behind, you've got to at least stay around her to keep her from dying.
Yeah, she's gonna need some help here. We might see... Yeah, I actually am not sure they, even coming back right now, can really fight. They're still behind in items.
Yeah.
Rel is gonna look here, but...
Rel's too deep again.
Wukong is still there. Let's see if Amumu can make a play happen top here, maybe? A lot of CC. Yep, that's going to be a dead. Okay.
Top lane's going reasonably well for Sejuani. She might be behind in CS, but at least they're getting kills.
Yeah, they are getting kills. Vayne, though, as you mentioned, might be getting punished here for it. And the kill goes over to stop doing that, right where you want it.
Exactly.
So, Amumu is getting a trade here. He's going to get Rift Herald. So maybe we can try to get some gold onto Sejuani or Veigar here, because at this point, I'm not sure getting gold... Like, you need to get gold on the Vayne, but I don't know if that's an option anymore.
Yeah, I think a not terrible option would be get this Alawi caught one more time, send Veigar up there with you, and just try to 3-man that tower down with the Herald, and get first turret gold, get that pressure down.
Oh, they might be able to get a catch here on Kai'Sa. Oh, but Vayne was too far away. A good snap, though, from Rel. That is the shutdown! Alright, that's something that they needed. That's a lot of gold onto the Vayne.
Coming in to clean him up.
Brand is... Theater is going down.
And
Brand gets the Veigar, too.
They got Vayne out. The gold difference at 10 minutes being 5k is going to be so hard to come back from, though. Yeah, not only are they super behind in kills, they're super behind in CS. Oh, almost triple the CS in bot lane, almost double the CS in top lane.
Look, Rel has a 12-0 CS lead, so I think they have a win con. I thought Sejuani was about to just die there.
She might still.
Oh no. This poor Amumu. Oh, Veigar might be here to bail him out, though. They get the shutdown. Nice, that's another shutdown.
Brand overextends, getting a little greedy. Oh, and he goes down. It's a trade. But at this point in the game, a trade is a win for Apes.
And we are seeing that Rift Herald use mid to funnel some gold. Although Kai'Sa Wukong with the dive. And Veigar is not going to get any of those plates. He has to run for his life. And Veigar does not run very fast.
He's got little legs, but what can you do?
He's trying his best. Yeah, the item advantage for the side of Refrigerators here is just massive. But Vayne is getting some free time bot lane. that is always going to help her out.
At least both Amumu and Sejuani have achieved mythic status, so they're not out of the game
And
yet.
Look, I see one Jock Show versus no Jock Show, so
Exactly.
I'm liking the odds here.
Who's the real winner here, you know?
Exactly. Rel trying to CC them up. Gonna take a bit of damage here.
Will this Vayne be okay bot lane by herself, though? That is the question. Oh, maybe they collapse on Brand?
That looks like what they might be looking for here. Sejuani trying to tussle it out again, gets a good trade with the stun.
And the counter rotations. This looks like this might be big for Fridge.
Yeah, Hey, that is a very sad Amumu. He's gonna cry all the way back to base.
At least people came to his birthday party this time around.
And you know what it looks like it's extending into the top lane is Theater Thug is now on a rampage.
Theater Thug, the invade on the Amumu early just secured that the Amumu would be behind, which I think has made a big impact because he hasn't been able to make plays around the map at all outside of top lane, but I'm not convinced that Sejuani is the most important target on their team.
This Wukong is just doing such a good job at sneaking around the map.
He's laying down a lot of pressure.
Oh, the flash by Janna, but it pushes Veigar away.
He booped him
But
the
I
wrong
think
way.
Wukong can still...
There, he got his ulti up.
Hey, that's
Getting
Wukong
value
all
on
down now,
cooldown.
so... Oh no, Amumu,
Can he catch the Kai'Sa with Jack Shell?
he...
Oh,
No.
it hit the Vayne. And now Rel's behind him.
They're trying their best.
They're so scared of Vayne getting caught, they're catching themselves.
Yeah, the Vayne really just needs to like farm up and get some items. She is currently doubled in CS.
I think Fridge Raiders might be going for a record with the nearly 11k gold lead at 14.
That's pretty good. When your gold lead is almost 1,000 per minute, you're doing pretty well for yourselves. Now, objective bounties are up for the side of Apes, though. So, Ape Escape does have that to play for. They can maybe try to get some of these tier 1s down, get a little bonus gold for them.
If they're able to, it might be a way to come back for them.
And 3-manning top lane here is a good way to start. Ooh, but a good flash.
The Alawi flash was massive.
Vayne condemns, but unfortunately doesn't hit the wall. The Alawi ult comes down, but it does not look like it's going to be enough. And the kill goes
Does
over to
Alawi
Vayne.
not spawn tentacles for invisible players? Because she only spawned 2.
She might not.
Either that or Sejuani was out of range. One of the two.
I will not claim to be an Alawi expert. Ooh, who gets the red buff?
Wukong.
Is it Brand or Wukong? It's
Brand.
Brand!
Listen, they're just declaring that that's in fact their jungle, and it's marked incorrectly.
But I feel like that's pretty troll by Brand to take that red buff.
Nah, that's on Wukong for not last hitting.
Nah. Never jungle's fault. Oh, we might see Veigar maybe catch Void Shifter here?
Ooh. He
Or
hit
Void
everything,
Shifter
but
might catch Veigar.
The Veigar hit everything there, and it just didn't do anything. It did less than half of his health. His ult wouldn't even have finished him.
Yeah, he's missing Mythic still, so it's going to be a
Yeah.
little hard. Vayne notably got Mythic now, though. Kai'Sa might have 2 items, but Vayne has 1.
Relative to the rest of the team, the Veigar's kept up in CS pretty well.
They might just look for an end here.
I think they should be. With this much of a lead, they really
But
should
the
be.
Amumu ult coming through might
Brand
be enough
maybe
to
goes
save
down?
this fight. The Janna ult
Oh,
comes
the
through.
Janna
They get the
ult saves.
Wukong. Oh, the Rel ult does not keep anyone locked up. And Stop Doing That goes unstoppable. Vayne does get a double kill, but Kai'Sa gets the auto attacks off. Spoilers? Spoilers?
No, just don't look. Don't look.
Kai'Sa is currently diving Veigar. You know, you'd think they would have fixed that bug by now, Riot. It's been a patch, but...
Listen, some bugs are just features in disguise.
I don't think this is one of those. I'm going to keep it a buck 50 with you. So while all that excitement happened mid, someone, I believe it was Kai'Sa for Refrigerators, picked up the Mountain Dragons, so they are 3-0 on Dragons as well.
If Apes could have come back in this game, the Mountain Drakes would have been really big for their team comp.
Look, it's
unfortunate that it was
never
such a
too
rough
late.
early.
That's the 3 minutes is them coming back, I believe.
Oh yeah. They're gonna A some. They're gonna run it down mid.
Can I
There's
just
so many objective bounties that it intimidates Refrigerators.
Can I just talk about these top laners' ward scores for a minute? 5 on Alawi and 2 on Sejuani. We don't buy pink wards where we come from in top lane.
If Alawi didn't have 5, maybe she wouldn't have died to those like 3 ganks.
Oh, did Kai'Sa go invis through the cage?
I have no idea.
Huh.
The cage can't see you, and everything's fine.
Just see them pushing into some towers here. Alawi with some good split pushing going on. And Wukong might be looking for the flank here.
His tentacles just slapping away.
Look, that's some good hentai if I've ever seen it.
I might as well have been this game.
We see Alawi TPing into the base now. They might be looking for that final push. The Sejuani getting some good CC off with the Veigar cage, though. The Rel ult comes through. The John ult knocks them away, though. Wukong trying to spin to win. Stop Doing That is legendary. Alawi picks up the double kill. Can she get the triple kill? She gets the double. And Vayne might go down. And does go down to Alawi, picking up that triple. And the full ace, leading to a dominating game from Refrigerators here. I would say led by Stop Doing That. I think Stop Doing That had an insanely good game.
I can agree with that. I think that the bot lane is where they really won. Like, the Veigar lane, he died a lot, but he was keeping up for a good bit of time. The bot lane fell so far behind, and when you have your sole win con being Vayne, it's real tough. And I think that was just really well played all around from Refrigerators.
I think what led to that snowball bot lane too was Rel, I think, needed to play a little bit more patient. She tried to go in level 1, missed. The Janna and Vayne got to kind of beat up. Or I'm sorry, the Janna and Kai'Sa got to beat up on the Vayne. And then Vayne, because of her short range, had to play so safe in lane that she really just wasn't able to play the game anymore. But
That's a great analysis if I've ever heard it. I think.
We do have a clarification from Catalysta in chat. The Veigar cage does have a delay on the stun, so she was just able to like move out of it. She had that fancy feat. I thought the cage was up longer than it normally is, but I don't know.
She's sneaky.
She's too slippery. Look, she had the KDA skin. She just danced around it. So, we move on to a game 2, though. Apes are going to be on blue side this time. What do they do differently? What do they do to have a game? We'll even say.
I think the broader thing would be pick a win con and stick to it. If your win con is your bot lane, you play everything around your bot lane. And I would like to see them draft a composition that's a little more powerful early, has a little more presence, so that they can't just be pressured out like that, and they can't just be dove. So identifying win cons and drafting a more early game centered comp. It's probably the way to go.
You need a lane to play through early game. The problem
Mm.
here is they had 3 losing lanes, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, Sejuani's gonna lose lane to Alawi. Vigar's gonna lose lane to Brand. Vayne Rell is gonna lose lane to Kai'Sa Janna. You need something that has a decent matchup that you can try to play through that can help your team kind of get a lead.
I wonder how they would fare with a more early game jungler so that he can't be bullied out so hard. Because with him being bullied out like that, there was just no way he was going to save the losing bot lane.
Get on it. Oh, you're already in here. Look at that.
I've never had it yell at me that a game's full. It's got a whole red pop-up and everything.
Ha ha ha.
It's beautiful. Whoa.
Just waiting for everything for the draft for this game. There we go.
Is that our link?
It is
I
now.
want to start drafting for one team on accident.
Well, just don't click the button. Do you like have to click buttons side? Like I know you're a monkey, but like.
Well, if it's an option, like buttons are made to be clicked. That's why I'm not allowed in the Oval Office anymore.
Why were you ever allowed in the Oval Office is a better question.
Listen, man, you get naked and Trump will let you in.
What?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was underage and he was happy about it.
I don't think I want to unpack that one. But draft is starting up on a note that I would rather talk about. And we see the Vi band away still from Ape Escape. So not willing to give...
I want to see this man's Vi sometime. Because he is... Yeah, everyone says how terrifying it is. It's always banned. I want to get a chance to really witness the power of it.
We continue seeing the Ezreal ban. So, and the Malzahar ban stays through. So they're not looking for Malzahar on blue side. And the Rell actually gets banned away this time by Fridge Raiders. Interesting. So maybe they're worried that they would ban the Janna away and then first pick the Rell. So they might be saying that Janna is their only answer to Rell. Mm-hmm. And what will we see as the next ban here? The Swain. So Victor notably getting through draft. And the Veigar banned away. So we have the poke champions available for Ape Escape this game. Both Lux and Xerath. Which we immediately see the Xerath locked in. Let's see if Fridge Raiders have a plan. Now, how do you feel about this Xerath as opposed to like the Rell that we had? Now, granted, the Xerath could also be going mid lane. It is, a potential flex pick, but I feel like more commonly it is played support.
I think the Rell played very well last game. I think he is probably their best player as their support, and putting him on something with a bit more presence and pressure that has more carry potential than a Rell, it might be a very good thing for them.
So a little insider information, I'm calling it right now. This is Void Shifter's Ivern. I'm calling it right now. This is a blind pick Void Shifter Ivern mid.
Where's the Rengar? Let me see.
There's Viego. Yep. This is Void Shifter's Ivern. Let's go. This is going to be hype. This guy loves Ivern mid for some reason.
It's because it's a great meme. And after last game, they've earned the chance to whip out a meme pick.
I was hoping to maybe see like a Kindred or something out of Theater Thug too.
Well, that would have been disgusting.
All right, we see the Sejuani again. We'll have to find out where it's going to go.
Their top laner did hold their own on that Sejuani, so I don't hate seeing it again.
It could also go jungle again this game. Like, it doesn't have to. And we see them take the Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa is really strong. We were talking about it before. I think Kai'Sa might be one of the best ADCs on the patch.
I would agree, because the only one that burst tanks quite like a Kai'Sa would be Vayne. But Kai'Sa's just so much safer of a pick. She's got better mobility. All around, Kai'Sa's just I think, a more powerful pick than Vayne.
Absolutely. The Ashe has the answer. So I do like Ashe. She's very good utility. Gonna be a bit of a different role than what the Kai'Sa was providing. So I'll be curious to see how this goes. One thing I will say, I'm not a big fan of Kai'Sa with Xerath. Kai'Sa really wants CC supports in my opinion. And Xerath does have a stun, but it's pretty easy to dodge. So that's one of my only worries, is I feel like she might not have much setup in lane. But Sejuani will be able to provide plenty in team fights.
They can get through this lane. If Xerath can poke, Kai'Sa might be able to just dive him, though, at least. So there is some potential there.
Now, with the Janna ban, that does mean maybe it is going to be a Xerath mid. Well, we will have to keep our eye out on that. And the Alawi banned away. They said, look, you're not allowed to beat us up in lane like that. Followed by the Amumu ban. So
get him off what he's comfortable with. I don't hate it. And getting that Alawi out's definitely going to be a plus for Ape Escape here.
They actually swap it over to Lulu.
Ooh.
So
they are terrified of the Xerath mid.
Yeah, well, I feel like they're more calling it out, saying that it's going to be mid, more than they're scared of it being mid, if that makes sense.
I would agree. I would agree. Although I'm surprised that they're willing to commit this hard to thinking that it's Xerath mid.
Yeah, if they do just put it support and grab another mid lane, it is going to be kind of awkward. But, you know, back to what we were talking about as we see the Soraka ban comes through. Kai'Sa Xerath isn't that great of a lane. We see Ashe Heimerdinger, the world special. Let's go. I'm in on this.
I like the Heimerdinger into a chance to skill shots like Xerath and Kai'Sa. Use those turrets to block every stun they try to throw.
Stop doing that, saying you got us good. They did not expect the Heimer support to come out here. And we see Cassiopeia. Now, this could still... I have heard that this team has been playing Cassiopeia top. So it's possible that that's that. We'll have to see what this last pick is to see where everything is actually going.
Wonder if they'll draft things so they can flex it around just so that they get a winning top lane no matter what.
That'd be spicy.
Lock in something like Yone here. They could also be top.
Dude, a Yone pick would be gas. No, they just go with Sion, so...
Sion.
Looks like it's going to be Cassiopeia mid. Now,
Sion even playable, right?
He's fine. He's a tank. He does what your team needs.
That's fair.
He presses alt and goes choo-choo. No. Okay. I was like, no way you're locking in Draven top. Okay. Now,
I was so concerned.
This would be hype. I would be in for a Riven pick. Oh, but we go to Renekton? Probably better overall game. Well, yes! Yes, no! They're troll as fuck. Riven would have been sick. Renekton, probably a better pick overall. But yeah. He's going to have a hard time in this lane with Sion. I feel like he doesn't really bully tanks that well. If you picked Aurelia mid, I would have rage quit.
Realistically,
I would also rage quit if Void Shifter was playing Aurelia.
Aurelia is so good mid right now, too.
Yes, but that might be the actual last champion I could ever imagine Void Shifter playing.
Yeah, he is. Void's a big mage guy. I can't think of a single melee champ he even plays.
I am less shocked by him playing Ivern than I would be if he played Aurelia. The only melee champion I think I've seen him play mid is Nocturne. He played Nocturne mid back when it was like really good.
Nocturne was so broken for so long though.
I feel like he's like probably okay right now. But I haven't really seen him.
A lot of his items are bad though. That's the like character's good, but just his items are just not in a good spot.
So I talked a little bit about it. I feel like Renekton has a hard time killing this Sion, but oh my god, wait, is it actually Cassiopeia top?
Cassiopeia top, Renekton mid, Ivern jungle. Calling it now.
Wait, no,
wait.
I was
looking at the wrong team.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay.
So wait, who's So it's Sedge jungle and Scion mid? Wait,
That's
who's mid
what
then?
it might be, unless they're gonna do
Scion
a
support.
switcheroo.
It's a Scion support.
Oh my god. What if it is? Scion support makes a lot more sense with Kai'Sa.
Dude,
Oh
it
my god!
is.
It's Scion support! Holy shit! I have instantly
not
gotten a
think
lot more excited about this game. This game is hype. So, okay. So we have Cassiopeia top into Renekton. Cassiopeia's probably good into it, right? Like, Renekton can't dash through the
should
miasma
be.
to get onto him. Or to get onto her.
The Cassiopeia, if she can land her poison, like, what is Renekton gonna do about it? His sustain isn't good if you don't take trades. Like, that poke is gonna be hard for him to deal with.
Yeah, it's... I actually, like... I had never would have predicted this a day in my life, but I actually like this from the side of Ape Escape.
Oh, dude, like that, I'm looking at their draft, and there's so many ways this could have gone. Like, you could have even thrown Scion jungle, because that's pretty decent right now. Like, there's so many things that you could have done with this comp.
Speaking of the jungle, if you're Sejuani, you do not want to duel with this Viego. So, you really got to be looking at lanes while Viego tries to, you know, farm up. We need to see Broncliff get these ganks that he was not able to get done on a Mumu, done on this Sejuani pick. Mid lane? Oh, go ahead, sir.
You should be able to bully Ivern now, and with Cassiopeia, that's another good setup. Like, there's a lot of gank potential.
Do you have any idea how the Xerath Ivern matchup goes?
The Xerath Ivern? Okay, I've played some Ivern. And as much as Void has a boner for it, I just don't see it sustaining against the Xerath poke if the Xerath like lands abilities. Like that's gonna be a tough one. I think really what it's about is Viego and Ivern are gonna have to play hard together. Because Ivern's setup, he's got the root, he's got bushes that he can set up, hopefully in a way that doesn't expose that Viego's looking to gank. Like, there's a lot of potential here for Ivern to just be the best support of the Sentry for Viego.
Mm-hmm. Which is what I think he's going to play for.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this bot lane is where it's spicy. We found out we do have the Scion support with the Kai'Sa, which I like more. However, I will say this, as someone who has been playing a lot of support lately. Fuck Heimerdinger. That champion has no counters, he does infinite damage, and he pokes you from 10 years away. Fuck that champion. I don't know what a Scion's gonna do into it.
Like, I'm hoping that Kai'Sa and Scion just let them push, bait Heimerdinger into placing a turret that'll help push the wave, you know, maybe hit the wave with your W, and just play super far back until Sejuani comes in to save the day, you know, with her cape blowing in the wind.
See, that's actually the trick, in my opinion, of Heimerdinger, is actually not pushing the wave.
Yeah, if he doesn't push the wave, I don't know what you can do about it.
Yeah. Like, if you place your turrets in the bushes, and you just kind of play for, like, bush control, they will poke people when they get close enough, but I think this is going to be a pretty hard lane for them. And, like, compositionally wise overall, I love Ape Escape's draft. I love the creativity. I think this is how you win games. When you have a snowballed game like that game 1, throw the fucking rulebook out the window and just throw some shit at the fan and see what happens.
Like, what are you going to do? The thing I am noticing here, Renekton, Ashe, Heimerdinger on the side of Fridge, they're just going to get outscaled.
Yeah.
I think that if this game goes long enough, if everyone makes it to full build, they just lose. I don't see a way for them to deal with, like, Sejuani. You just burst Viego, kind of pressure the Ashe. Renekton's never going to be able to kill the Sedge or the Scion in the front line.
Yeah,
I'm just hoping Scion doesn't go lethality. If he goes lethality, that's going to hurt their scaling a lot.
Yeah, I'm hoping we see tank as well, and I do agree with the scaling. I do also think they have lanes they can play around. We talked about it. Like, bot lane, miserable. If I was Sejuani, I wouldn't try to go near that lane with a 10-foot pole. But Ivern and Renekton, those are very easy lanes for you to play around with the Cassiopeia and the Xerath.
Yeah. I think really Sejuani has a good shot going anywhere. I would normally be scared of the Ashe, but with Sejuani's passive, you can't slow her. You can't stop her from walking on you.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Sejuani has free reign of this map, and if she doesn't capitalize on it, then I think they're going to have a way harder time than they should.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see this game played out. I like both of these drafts a lot more than last game's drafts. I think these are surprisingly even for how what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say complex, but that's not the right word. Unique. Both of these drafts are unconventional.
Yeah,
that's a better word. Unconventional. Both of these drafts are. Here we go. I'll figure out the English dictionary eventually.
If Void Shifter and Synexus don't pull their weight on their champions, especially Void Shifter, I think this is going to be a really hard game for them.
Another notable thing to talk about is some runes and summoners this game. Renekton did take Ignite, so he's going to be looking to play really hard for that laning phase. We see Ghost on Ashe, which I'm actually slowly becoming convinced about Ghost on ADCs. I like it, you know? Look to scrap
I like
early.
Ghost on Ashe because she is a kiting champion, particularly her, compared to other champions.
I feel like whenever heal isn't great, and like I think heal could be like convinced this game, but I just love the idea of Ghost just being able to run people down with how immobile this side of Ape Escape is.
On a separate note, what time are you at?
50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58.
There
59.
we go. I synced up with you. We're good.
Now, I also love this from the side of Refrigerators. Heimerdinger needs to play for lane, so letting them set up and leashing topside is very smart.
Especially if they're planning on kind of leaving Renekton alone, that's also going to be very big. Although it does suck for Viego to be pathing away from the Sejuani, across mapping her, because he wins that 1v1. He wants to take that fight.
Interesting, Heimerdinger set up a turret mid lane, like middle of the bot lane. That means they are going to be looking to push the lane.
Yeah.
And we actually have red trinket on Sejuani this game, oddly enough.
Ooh.
And green on Viego. Now, Ivern also started Darkseal, so we're going to have to see how that pays off for Void Shifter.
He is ballsy to be doing that.
Getting a good trade. We're actually seeing a level 2 by Viego up here. But
I don't hate that. You have the Renekton, you have that stun. She doesn't have her anti-dash ability yet. Or goop.
Sejuani.
And Sedge is going for level 2 to match that.
Yeah, you called the gank bot. The Renekton with the big play, though. This is a very dead Cassiopeia. A beautiful play there. Heimerdinger getting a lot of damage off. And this is why you don't gank the Heimerdinger lane. Sion is able to pick up a kill, but this is going to be 3 kills.
That is... Heimerdinger is just so powerful. Personally, when I'm jungle, I'm always terrified to go near him.
Yeah, that's why I would not have went bot with a 10-foot pole as a Sejuani. But...
I don't hate the idea, but they were just in too deep. They couldn't back out.
And even trade going on mid lane, the shield coming up from Void Shifter. But the stun comes through from 2 bottom. The flash comes through from Void Shifter. Can Xerath get him with the... Ooh, the tip just misses. Oh, the flash... Oh!
Oh, now he dies for it. He's too greedy.
The Ivern shit, the XD coming through in chat. They're having a good time and they know it.
Yeah. And Sion's done.
He's just gonna get kited out.
What are you gonna do?
I love the Sion pick. I think it's really cool. I don't think it's the answer to Ashe Heimerdinger.
I'm not convinced there is an answer though. So
same.
You win some, you lose some. I mean, Sion at least scales better than most champions. So if you're playing to get out of lane and win, then That's not terrible. But I mean, if that's your goal, you've put too many eggs in the basket of we're gonna win this lane by sending Sedge down there, committing fully.
Cassiopeia has to back here because of Viego.
He's just hanging out, making sure Renekton has a good day.
And he's gonna get to shove this wave in, and Cassiopeia being pretty troll, not buying boots when she's walking back to lane.
Oh yeah.
Oh, if they would have gotten that, that would have been a sad day for the Ashe. Or not for the Ashe, for the Kai'Sa, rather.
See, I think in honor of SpongeBob, they should make an item called Sock for Cassiopeia.
That's not
So
bad.
you can put it on the end of her tail, you know?
What I don't understand is why can't Cassiopeia buy boots, but champions like Nocturne can? He doesn't have feet.
It's a fair point.
Oh,
I mean-
a gank coming up here from Sejuani, but the Renekton gets to just dash under tower. Or like Yuumi, why can Yuumi buy boots? She's floating on a
Well,
book.
she has feet, but she just, you know, it's always on you. Your boots are my boots. That's what she says.
You and boots, we got this as Cassiopeia gets
Oh,
discount double dashed on.
Ignite the all in. It's just.
I was worried about this Ignite because I wasn't sure how much kill pressure there would be, but Shane23 is showing me wrong. There's plenty of kill pressure on this man. You see them picking up the first
Scion's
dragon here.
Does Scion get caught here?
Can he get it with the Q still? He
Scion's
cannot.
gonna get caught. Ivern missed.
Oh, but Viego does not. And the kill goes over to Void Shifter.
The two Scions.
I wonder what happens as Viego if you die as Scion.
I would hope you to get your passive. I gotta test that sometime. That's actually a really curious question.
And then what happens if you get a kill and take someone's body? Do you just get a GA?
Oh yeah, it's genius.
Kai'Sa is under her turret getting poked a little bit here. But Viego might be able to wrap around here. Might be looking to protect him as Ashe takes a lot of damage actually. This Kai'Sa's going man immune, interestingly. I wonder if we're going to see AP. I don't think we're going to see AP. I feel like we need her to go
I would
AD.
hope not. They have Xerath, they have Cassiopeia, they have Sejuani. That's a lot of
Oh,
AP
no.
already.
Oh, Scion is getting beat up again. He's going to try to run down Ashe. But as the slows come through, he can't reach. But we got Scion v Scion! No! No! Kill the Viego Scion!
Wins!
I need the Viego Scion to die to know what happens for science. Oh, Ashe Arrow through the
Ooh, that was
Raptors.
close.
And Kai'Sa might get dove here. Oh, stepping up a little too far. The dive does go through. Stop doing that is on a rampage. Scion.
I think they might be outpacing last game with a 5k gold lead at 745.
You know, they're trying their best. The Ivern 2-0 with 4 Darksteel stacks, too.
The Ivern's working, he doesn't even have assists. He's
Look,
doing all
where
the
we're
work
going,
himself.
we don't need assists.
Exactly.
No, there's no Zac in this game.
Aw. But I see green, it's basically Zac.
But what if you use the pink chroma?
He's the blue chroma, so you can just be the river. The river is actually Zac.
No, isn't that the whole purpose of the pool party skin? Is that you can become the river? Meanwhile, we're just watching bot lane get poked out. You know?
Having a rough time. What can you do?
Ban Heimerdinger, that's what you can do.
Although I do think League's spectate system, like how it takes you around the map to wherever action is actually really well put together.
Oh,
I must say. Oh? She tried.
She tried.
For a Heimerdinger flash. I don't hate trying stuff like that when you're this far behind. Like, what else are you gonna do?
We are getting Tank Scion, which scales like you asked for.
Exactly. It's massive for us, and like, I hope they can try to hold out a while. The game ends at like 17, like last time. There's no hope, but if they hold out, eventually you'll passively gain enough gold for items.
Xerath does do more damage than Ivern still, so that's a good sign. Maybe try to get some kills onto that Ivern. We see Sejuani is actually going to look there. She's looking to wrap around here. Ooh, Renekton dodging away from the Cassiopeia ult. Ivern sniffed it out, though. He walked upriver. Renekton beating up the tower.
Renekton gonna get on this?
I think this is the only plate he'll get. He'll get these 2 plates, and then he'll have
they're getting the tower.
Oh, yeah.
Viego.
They're trying to snowball Renekton.
But the tower doesn't like him. Told him to be gone.
Said be gone, thought. Daisy,
oh, that
though.
is rough.
Dude, Daisy does damage.
Rough dealing with Daisy in lane.
Oh, but we might give a kill over to Kai'Sa?
Kai'Sa might be back in this game. If
Oh,
the
but
tanking for her.
Xerath takes the shutdown.
Oh.
They're gonna get some damage on the mid tower here. Get a couple, maybe get a plate or 2. Heimerdinger might be able to take bot turret though with Ashe. So, yeah, we're gonna see this tower fall here.
This is gonna be a really hard game from here on out for poor Sejuani. She's lost both her side turrets, and it's not too far in the future that Viego will be claiming 4 quadrants for himself.
He might be claiming mid lane here
Scions are
first.
ready for dead. Oh.
Ooh. The Scion ult just missing the Raptors as he becomes Scion. Come on.
That was a genius play. He took Scion's body so that the dead Scion couldn't hit him.
Oh, will we get to see it? No!
Ooh.
No! He hopped out before he could die. And Xerath is just getting ran down by this Ashe. Scion looking to hold the wave here. But,
Jeez. Minion block!
oh,
No!
this is a dead Ashe. The kill goes over to
Scion
Scion.
takes it.
Hey, that's a shutdown though. That's gold.
Oh yeah, that minion block though, that poor Ashe. She took like 4 tower shots because of it.
Pay no attention to the Renekton in top lane.
He's just autoing turrets. He's a minion.
Yeah, he's just a cannon minion.
The cannon minion that took 1 too many cycles of steroids, you know?
Mm-hmm. Look, all I'm saying is what a flavor win that he built Bork when he has Viego on his team. Sejuani, I think you forgot this is not your red buff.
There.
As Synexus picks up the kill.
So Juwani should just accept that her sole gold income is gonna be passive. Just passive generation.
Void Shifter went Leandries too. He's going full hog on Ivern. As they're looking to 4-man the Xerath. And he does not have the mobility to get out of here.
Like towers don't even matter to them at this point. They do have the 10k gold lead at 13.
It's around last game. About the same as last game. This game is
Towers are overrated.
Renekton though, fancying a 1v3. Might have bitten off more than
he gets a kill.
Where
Renekton? He's a menace.
I think he's gonna die here. But where did Kai'Sa go?
She just got WQ'd and died instantly from that. I guess that's what happens when you have 2 pieces and a boots at 14 minutes against a Bork's Renekton.
3 pieces. She has a tier.
A tier 2. Can't forget tiers. Because she's going to be crying her whole life away after that.
Sejuani trying to make some plays happen. Kai'Sa might be looking to ult in here. Hit the W. Stop doing that. Just take down Brocliff. but they pick up the kill on Viego. Ashe is free firing currently. The root lands. Ashe decides to go in on it. Might have went a little too deep though. The Zerathal doesn't pick it up with the shield, but Cassiopeia is able to pick it up with the fangs.
It's stressing me out. I thought you might just get out there.
Now, it is still an 11,000 gold lead, but that's another shutdown.
I mean, 6-19. You know, yeah, they're trying. They might be able to get this mid tower if they start slacking from the side of Fridge.
Yeah, like, you gotta look at the positives. The only shutdown left is on Heimerdinger, so if you can get that, that's more gold. Renekton's not building a mythic item. That might be something you can look towards. So it's gonna be a little squishier. Viego might be looking to wrap around on the Cassiopeia hands here.
Ooh, poor Cassio.
Sejuani's getting to farm. That's a bright side. And they're taking Rift Herald. I don't think you can do anything about this.
Even the Renekton's allowed to farm the jungle now.
Oh, the Ashe Arrow! And Shane gives him the slicing and the dicing. Call him the kitchen products. Oh, they're flashing over walls. We might be looking at a 15-minute game here. They have Rift Herald.
Do we get to see a dancing Harry this game?
A man can only hope. We might see a dancing Daisy though as she comes out, and a killing spree for Nexus. Kai'Sa is currently just getting ran down by Viego. Sion goes down. Shelly's got 197 HP. Can we make the dream happen? Viego picks up the kill. No, Shelly died. GGFF.
What's the point in winning if you can't have a dancing Shelly at the end?
Viego kind of hinted there. It told me the game's ending in 3 minutes. Just.
They do get to stop him for a little longer though. Honestly, for a second there, I thought they fixed the glitch, but...
Spoilers, the glitch is still there. They do get
Kai'Sa's
some nice
kills.
shutdowns, though. Heimerdinger might do more damage than Kai'Sa. Oh, Cassiopeia, though. The stun doesn't
Look at that
land.
Renekton CS compared to the lobby. Well, Heimerdinger gets caught.
He is doing a really good job at CSing this game.
He is like even 50 above his own team.
That's what happens when you get to farm the enemy jungle.
Anyone Borks into Maw, he has yet to finish a mythic.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He wasn't going to mythic, which was strange.
He's got balls to steal. Who needs mythics when you can just have a Borks?
Yeah, who needs mythic when you can have damage?
Exactly.
This is the third try. Will we see the Mountain Soul this game? Oh, the Ashe Arrow through the Raptors. You know, and I really appreciate the support from the team. Both Renekton and Ashe building Blade of the Rune King for Viego. Like, all I'm saying is this is very thematic. As Sejuani gets stopped doing that.
And Daisy runs him down.
Dude, this Daisy's
does
thumping.
so much damage.
Daisy's waiting, but Renekton takes the kill. Sion trying to fight the Viego. Heimerdinger being Heimerdinger.
I got a kill on Daisy. That's a win in my book.
True, that should count as a kill for the scoreboard. Where's Daisy's shutdown? They are taking down this mid lane, grabbing the inhibitor right now. And they have this top wave that they can move over towards. A whole lot of damage coming through from this side. And they just didn't get time to scale in either of these games, I feel like was the issue.
Yeah.
Sejuani looking to try to make a stand, but just gets deleted by Viego.
Yeah, this has just been a great showing from Refrigerators.
And you definitely see why they're the top team in the league right now with games like these.
Oh yeah, that was
I,
well played from them. Good 2v1, 2v3 early in the bot lane. Like
Easy MVP in my mind. Stop doing that though. I feel like he just smurfed on the Kai'Sa and Ashe this series.
I can agree. The only time the man died was when minions trolled him.
So I'm gonna see if we can get stop doing that in here. If I can type. Alright, let's see if we can get the man, the myth, the legend himself. But, yeah, like you said, a great showing by Refrigerators, and I feel like the other thing that, like, both of these games and the other two games that we've seen from this team shows, it is very hard to draft against this team.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the cast, Mr. Stop Doing That. You had a very Smurf performance this series, we feel like, on both the Kai'Sa and Ashe. So, how are you feeling after the games?
Feeling great. Kind of feels bad. I didn't mean to do that to them, but it just happened.
What were your thoughts in that second game? Because Void Shifter was telling me that they had some kind of wonky drafts, but I was not expecting the Cassiopeia top, the Xerath mid, and then the Scion support. Like that.
They actually got us there. Yeah, they actually got us there because we thought it would be Xerath support, Scion top, and Cassio mid. And quite the interesting decision to do what they did, but yeah.
Look, sometimes you just gotta throw some stuff at the wall, all right? And
yeah, see what sticks. Yeah.
Now, with these games, how I know I asked this question last week, but I'm curious to hear your opinion. How do you feel like your team is jiving? We've seen two pretty good performances so far, and I believe you guys are still currently undefeated, if I remember correctly. So how's the team been, going? How's things been feeling?
I mean, we're great. Yeah. I wish we play a little bit more, but we're all adults here. We all got our own lives and shit. But I think we vibe really well together. We all talk shit to each other sometimes too, so that's great. Our top laner ints all the time. Did you see the first game? His performance, man. And this is the first series where we got bottom tower first before he got top. So.
Well, when you have Heimerdinger and Ashe, like you're just gonna push.
No, I'm talking about the Kai'Sa game. he got first tower first in the second game, but that's because our jungler gives him so much. But yeah, that's it.
Okay. You got any questions, Sai?
How did it feel to just be like getting 3v2'd most of the game and still just winning? Like
feels like solo queue, man.
So, with that, anything you want to say to the team, to Twitch chat, to anything else before we wrap up here tonight?
Watch next week's game. I think it'll be hype as fuck.
Yeah, you'll have to have Void Shifter keep me updated for next week's game.
Yeah,
it's gonna be.
Next week's game is gonna be spicy. I hope it'll be a good game, good match. Yeah.
What position are you facing next week? Like, where are they in the standings?
They are second.
Okay. Oh, so it's first or second. Okay.
Yeah.
So
actually, we're tied for first. Actually, I think.
Ooh, even spicier.
That'll be a good one.
Someone's gonna take their first loss.
Yeah, someone will have to take their first loss.
All right.
So
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
That definitely is an exciting game. Well, thank you all for letting us stream, as it is always a great time. Absolutely. For everyone watching, thank you for chatting along and hanging out for this series. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and that way you can see most likely next week's game, as long as it doesn't happen when I have something random happen like last week. So.